All right, y'all. So we back with a little more all about the tea drama. The Avatar is at it again. Someone speaks. What do you think about that?
The Avatar. Protect the Avatar, as she was saying. Protect the Avatar.
Protect the Avatar.
My lies and continue to watch me, because I'm not gonna say that I'm wrong about anything.
I mean, she started out with players took to the airwaves to air out the grievances, and I'm like, come on, is that where we start?
No, she started off before the live. She started off where you had to be a member to even leave a comment. Because when I first seen it, that's why I text you like, what?
Oh, they were deleting those comments faster than they could get up there.
But the messed up part about it, and I screenshot it in case she tried to lie, because we know that's what she do, is say that people was paying money. They were paying for their super chats. And her moms were deleting their comments. Now, I didn't pay you for this. Now, normally we know Monica and her super chats. If a super chat is going on and we in the middle of a good conversation, she gonna
say something,
and mention that super chat. I don't know if you can see it. Trying to
you know, I can't see nothing.
It's a little. It's kind of hard. I'll pull it up later.
Go ahead.
We'll post it at the end.
Yeah.
But it's people, they're donating their super chats and then they're deleting all their messages. So not only, you deleting anybody that was disagreeing with her, but I'm paying you money now and you deleting my message. This one girl was on there because I was doing a lot of reading comments. And she was like, oh yeah, I bet y'all go after y'all get my money back. Like, it was getting so nasty in the comments. And some of her mods are just so rude. Oh my God.
This is the thing. Let's quit her job, man. Like, why is it turned into such a thing? Like, she quit. You could have easily said, Buzz is not here anymore and we're looking at somebody to replace her. Like, you had 2 weeks to do that. You going all the way back to you talking about she brought up money. She didn't bring up money. You brought up money.
You brought that up. And then she brings on Pastor Holy Whores. Girl,
who was that?
That was Tanya Griffin, child.
I thought so. I was like, oh, okay. So, okay,
and I had to check because I was like, it just said, what did it say? Dr. Griffin. And in the chat, people was like, is Jamal coming? You know what I was saying? So I was like, well, let me type in her name.
I was looking at her like, I think she looks familiar. I don't know why I've seen her before.
I typed her name and Jamal Bryant, and lo and behold, it's these All About the Tea videos with her popped up.
Well, Pastor Griffin is her BFF, clearly. It was just really like Monica saying the same nonsense that she said the other day.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, nobody cares what was going on behind the scenes. That's the whole point. Like, you came up, she went after So Debonair, like she really got it in for him. I don't know why. I mean, Bishop quit. I don't know. And this is the thing. Bishop was very much into the nastiness.
He was.
He was probably one of the nastier ones.
Mm-hmm.
He
really was.
But it's okay to get someplace, and I think they were all in it, players included. Like, I don't remember players being especially.
But here's the thing, though, when they went nasty, players took it.
She backed out. Nasty. It's okay to be in a
one
situation.
Thing about it, she said that they were aware of what her channel was and what it represented.
There wasn't no channel.
It wasn't no nighttime panel, and what she did with Buffy and Richie Scott is not the same.
It's not the same.
As she was doing with the night panel. So I could see players saying, "This is cool. This might be something I don't mind being part of." we in quarantine, we ain't got nothing else to do.
Well, she said like everything got messy in March, but if they started in January, that's just a couple of months where you're like, this ain't feeling like how I thought it was.
Because it was only 5 months in all, you know?
She kept saying if she had grievances, why didn't she tell me? She didn't have grievances. She just wanted to quit. She just wanted to quit.
That's all she wanted. And she had saw little stuff, but she let that go.
Yeah.
She just wanted to quit. She said.
And she went after Princess. She went after Pledge. She went after
So Debonair.
And Big Boy.
She said that she had a down and dirty, because I took notes. She said she had a down and dirty channel, and they had to have that same type of personality or they wouldn't be on the channel. So she said all along was down and dirty because that's what her channel was about. So all of them.
There wasn't a channel. So what are you talking about? There wasn't a channel. You created, and you keep saying that they took advantage. They took advantage of this opportunity to build their own platforms. But you said yourself, you picked them. They just thought they were calling in. And
you reached out to them.
And nobody denied being a fan of the show. That's why they said they were watching the show when they called it. They were watching the show with Richie and Buffy.
And then she threw Monique in it. Monique says she loved this panel. Monique also said that she wanted players. When she called, she said, I called to see players. Now, you don't want to talk about that, who she called.
But that's how players ended up on the panel. Because
right.
Monique...
Right. It wasn't that she loved the panel. It wasn't, she was looking for players. Then you went and got players, and then it became a panel. You put these people together. So, you know, she did a lot of double talking. Let me see, because I got some stuff that I love highlighted that she said. She said something about the Joe Brown show was supposed to be her last show. That date doesn't line up with the last date. That's not 2 weeks. So she didn't test.
I mean, she keep harping on what she thought the agreement was and blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, even if it was how you said it was, even if Players was like, am I going to get the same money? You know, we weren't there. We don't know what the conversation was like. I seriously doubt that. That doesn't make sense. But let's just say that's what she said. And you said, let me get back to you. You still didn't. You still talk about how you went outside and played with the kids, and nobody gives a flying flip about any of that. That's what they have to do with me. Are we on or are we off?
But then she said, well, I didn't talk to her. I had laryngitis. But Schoolboy said she clearly talked to you that day. So you were talking. You just didn't feel like you wanted to talk to players. And then you keep saying players wanted to get paid the same. Let's say she did, even though she said that's not what she said. You said, in my mind, I said, that doesn't make sense. Well, why you just ain't flat out tell her that don't make sense?
We're not paying for the same thing. We'll have to go negotiate something else.
Like, that took weeks for you to say that?
No, it didn't.
Come on now. And then she wanted to go on and on that she didn't have a YouTube channel. She didn't have anything. Nobody knew you before All About the Tea. She go into this narrative as I made you.
She sounds like in the beginning.
Right.
Monica created Players.
And then when they asked her about deleting the comments, she blamed the mods. And I'm like, y'all hear that, mod? She put it straight on y'all. She was like, I didn't do it. And the mods can do it, but I can't go back and say who did it. And then in the comments, they was like, you're lying. You can't go back and look and see who deleted. So like the comments was tearing her up.
It was just all a bunch of Monica trying to still stick to that same bullshit. She said the same thing she said the other day, just only now she doesn't have anybody on the other side trying to defend themselves. She went and said that whole thing. Then she got this clown that she brought in on the end, you know, she punked him the same way she did Schoolboy.
She
like
did
at the end, she
Schoolboy.
just sit
She
there and let
straight
these people.
gaslighted him.
Who are they? What do they have to do with anything?
I don't know. He probably trying to be on the panel.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. I won't be there anyway, so bring him.
She made
and you
that
know what?
girl
This is skipping all the way to the end, but I can't hold this in. I wasn't even gonna say nothing about how this boy was looking in two directions at the same damn time.
Child, you ain't have to say the comments. The comments was tearing them up.
Talk about Bishop like that was, come on, but bro, come on.
That dude, now this is what he said. Wait a minute, let me go because you skipped to the back to the end.
Sorry.
Said about Bishop. He said that Bishop wanted players sexually. That's why he took players' side.
Well, and then he said,
he said she wanted somebody with a nice body, the opposite of her. Like that was so dirty. Like she always.
See, that's the reason why we don't want to watch no more. that right there.
It was like after she didn't already cried, you know, everybody's sending me death threats and all this other stuff. Then she called him out to say all the nasty. Well, she was already saying some nasty stuff, but like you said, he did the Schoolboy. He came out and just going in, and she sat back like so she could say it wasn't me. It wasn't me saying it.
So what was supposed to happen after that? We're supposed to be like, oh, okay, now I get it.
Well, that's what her supporters were saying, because you know you couldn't. Every time I was trying to read something, somebody said it was deleting so fast I couldn't get through it. So when
I mean, R. Kelly has supporters. Kelly has supporters. Donald
when you
Trump
go back and look at it, it's gonna be go, Monica. We love you so much, Monica. When you go back and look at it, because they deleted the mess out of there. It don't make sense. And then old girl talking about she wanted her champagne and candy and candles for being.
They keep saying that. When did she say that? And then Monica went right back and said at the end of the video or whatever, she said, I told Ples I didn't make an announcement or anything. Like, you're the one that brought up the announcement. You said that.
You said it.
What were you announcing? If she was going to be there on Friday, what was the announcement supposed to be?
Right. Because you said her last day was the day of Joe Brown. Right? Now you saying you didn't get to announce it because you were sick.
You know what? I want to retire. I don't even want to hear this said not another time, no more in 2021. We gonna cancel receipts. Stop saying receipts. I don't want to see nobody else's receipts. Y'all are killing me with the receipts.
Oh my God, it was horrible. It was just horrible. I did everything for y'all. I promoted y'all. That lip gloss. Plus, I put that out there because I was trying to put you on, and then
she said she was gonna say that.
Yeah, I knew she was gonna say, yeah. And in the comments, they was like, you didn't mention the lip gloss. Sinitra was the one who asked her about that. Then you started afterwards, but Sinitra was the one who brought the lip gloss out. You know, but she said it. Then she got.
Plus don't even have a lipstick line. Like, you talking about something like it already exists. It don't even. She might even never do that. And stop calling her like she's supposed to be lawyer and she can't. Like, y'all just keep wanting to like.
Her being a lawyer, she ain't supposed to be crying. What kind of mess? I've never seen a lawyer.
She can't be human, though. And then she's like, well, if she can't pull herself together, she don't need to be on YouTube. Well, she wasn't on YouTube. She just got thrown into this thing and, you know, tried to quit her job, and her job won't leave her alone. Wasn't even a job. She tried to quit. She tried to quit doing y'all a favor.
So then she brought up Monica Salas. Was that the lady name? Monica Salas. She says she ain't Monica Salas. And this poor lady is getting death threats and all of that stuff, right?
Now, who are these death threat people? That's crazy. Stop that. That's weird.
First of all, if Monica Salas, somebody that you don't know, is getting death threats, how do you know?
She called Bojangles and told them she's sorry.
Why? How would you even know who this person was, right? But she know, and people was calling her. So she slipped. And I went back and recorded it because, and I'm gonna make sure it's loud enough. So she said that she's not this Monica person, right?
Right.
But then she said her friend called her at 3 a.m. Well, first she said a mod, one of her ex-mods.
The messy one that's going to jail for being.
Yeah, the messy one that turned on her and started emailing people that she knew. That he knew who the real Monica was, and that he had pictures, and people was threatening. They was threatening to sexually assault her child and all of this because of this mod who said he know who he was, right? So she said one of her friends contacted her, and then she said, she's like, what is going on? He's sending me pictures of your kids. You got Monica Salas, how he get he sent pictures out. He's the one who put that she's Monica Salas or whoever this girl is, right? And he did have pictures of her husband, her kids and everything on Facebook, but you said it's not her, but then you said he's sending out pictures of your kids. You ain't say Monica's Silas kids, you say your kids.
I don't know who she is. I know this much.
Well, wait, because I want y'all to hear her say her kids.
3 a.m. from this blogger, that's my friend, and she said, Monica, girl, they trying to dox you. They sending me pictures of your kids. They doing that. They doing this. And that's when I said, I'm reaching out to Bojangles Chicken.
So they sending me pictures of your kids. How they get pictures of your kids?
Are they sending pictures of both? Yeah, how did they get pictures of her kids?
How they get pictures of your kids?
We don't know who she is.
We don't know you. Cause she said she put black construction paper and everything up.
Right, over the thing.
So how he get pictures of your kids?
Well, he knows her.
Mm.
Wait, she said they had a Ponderosa. Did they have a virtual Ponderosa?
They had to, cause these folks said they ain't never seen her.
How does that work? I'm gonna bring chicken. You can't have none, but you can look at it. I don't understand.
She talked about Princess. She said, let me make sure. And she said Princess YouTube name. So you know for sure, because I want y'all to go after her. So let me make sure I say
the same princess that she called during the original messy ass live.
Mm-hmm.
That princess came in there was like, I don't know anything because smart move, princess, because she was trying to get you caught up, girl.
She tried to get you, girl. She was like, let me clarify exactly who I'm talking about. She's trying to get her trolls to go over there and attack Princess. And so
for what though? That's what I'm saying. Like, she's still talking about all this back behind the scenes stuff. Nobody cares. So Debonair and Princess and Marcella and all y'all were having a conversation that has nothing to do with nothing. We don't care. At the end of the day, you're trying to blame, and then you're trying to set it up like Ples set out to destroy your
That's what she said.
Whoa.
That's what she said. She's trying to go after Soul Debonair. She said, I didn't know this boy from a can of paint. The same boy that you were saying.
The one that be calling you mama? What is that? Why are they calling?
She called him mama because she was saying, you remind me so much of my son, my son, my son. So then he started calling her mama. Because you calling her son.
Well, that's weird. Don't call somebody mother that's an avatar.
See?
Where's his mother? She should be mad.
Just this fake little thing. And then she said that She tried to slick little stuff in. She said that he said OG was ugly. He didn't say OG was ugly. He said that he liked Evelyn. He said, I didn't care what y'all said. He liked Evelyn. Never did he call OG ugly. So don't put that out there like that.
I remember there being a conversation, and I can't, to be honest, remember if he was part of it, but I remember somebody saying something like maybe they just don't like her. And he was really confused. He was confused by the whole colorism. And what's the other term now? Because there's a lot of isms.
It was featureism.
Featureism. He was confused by that. And I don't remember him saying nothing about her being ugly, but he was wanting them to explain the difference between colorism and featureism. I do remember that because he didn't get that. Right.
And he said he's always like Evelyn. He didn't say he liked Evelyn because she was light skinned. Don't try to put that out there and OG was ugly. He didn't say that. That was y'all. That's some as you didn't say.
I thought that was the whole reason to bring him on though, because he had a different opinion than everybody else. So he didn't have the because most people, it's easy to go on and say you hate Evelyn. He likes her. Like
he likes her.
Players like Kenya.
And they dogged her out every step of it. It's just as long as you don't disagree with Monica, then once you disagree with her, then we coming after you. And that's why Schoolboy and Bishop never did. They was always Team Monica.
Yeah, until the end.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then Bishop okay, so if you didn't quit, first you said you were gonna stay, then you put out, this video. I personally think is really smart. Now you're mad because everybody putting out that video and they getting because he had 3,500 people in his live wanting to hear. I was there. I wanted to hear what he had to say. I've always thought Bishop was a bandwagon jumper. He didn't really ever express his own opinion. I didn't like the way he came across very toxic, masculine type energy. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, he quit because there has to be, he quit, players quit.
She's saying Marcella quit.
She's saying Marcella didn't quit, but is she there or not? Marcella seems to be having back conversations with everybody. So,
Marcella was in the comments when it first started. So she never replied and said, I didn't quit. She didn't say that, but she sure was there in the comments because she was saying hey to everybody when it first started. So, yeah. And
Monica speaks and she ain't say nothing. Now I feel like she just sat here and proved that she's exactly who I thought she was.
She proved exactly. It was just too much to be like, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. I shouldn't have said that about the mental health issues, and I didn't mean it like that, and I'm sorry.
And I hate that game of semantics that I didn't say she had mental health issues. I said she was taking care of her mental health. Okay, tomato.
But everybody knew what you were saying.
You were being, and then you had the rest of the panel saying little slick comments.
Yes, you did. And you dogged her out. She went on there and said that she kept putting little dads and all through the whole thing. She said players said that Wendy Asafo, who was an African queen, that her lips looked like a butthole. That's not what she said. She said she didn't like that lipstick that she was wearing, that it makes your lips look like a butthole. Now, I had a friend when I was growing up.
That light pink.
She was a chocolate girl. Yeah. And I remember one time we was at her house and she put on some red lipstick, and her mama was like, "Take that off," sitting up there looking like a cat's ass. Right. So. And I never forgot that. We laugh about that for years.
And that sounds like some country shit and players.
Exactly.
Country, so,
and she's from the South. So she said that's what she wasn't talking about her lips. She was talking about the lip color that she had on. And now you trying to flip it and say that she said that her lips look like a butthole.
Well, like I said, they all said stuff, but that's the thing. Like you can get somewhere and be in negative every day until the point where you like, this is not making me feel good. I remember one time, and I told you this, the kids found an old phone. And for whatever reason, the phone recorded my half of the conversation. I don't know who I was talking to, probably you. Because based on the stuff I was saying, I was real comfortable, with the garbage that was coming out of my mouth. I was talking about people, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where I had an opportunity to listen to myself, and I was like, that was not cool. I never want anybody to hear me, talking smack like that.
Right.
And it was just ugly. So it's okay for them to have come onto a platform thinking it was one thing, doing the job, and then a couple weeks in feeling like this ain't cool.
Yeah.
Even Bishop said when we got to talk about T.I. every single night,
and
what is there to say?
Kids in it.
And put his kids in it, but what is there to say? At some point, you broke down to he got ugly shoes and nasty fingernails. Like, what else can you say after 3 days?
Right.
It was the same conversation.
Well, old girl, told her, Monica, you are the leader of this team again. So I was like, so you was feeling like she wasn't the leader of the team? That she got her crown back? Like,
is she on the team? I'm confused. It's a new panel, her and Wally the Walrus.
It's probably Wally. It's probably Queen Tulsa, because Queen Tulsa was going hard for her in the comments. And we seen her on there before, which is real funny because Ples the one who suggested you, Queen Tulsa. So, calm down.
At the end of the day, everybody that's still there, they looking for their opportunities. They see what happened to the last panel that was there. I mean, she has over 100,000 followers. So, everybody's not gone. She'll be fine.
It still says she had
I don't know. I'm just saying, if she had over 100,000, some people unsubscribe. I unsubscribed a long time ago, so my numbers ain't gonna affect. That was before she got to 100,000. I think I was already like,
yeah, because it was getting horrible.
It was getting bad, but I mean, she'll have people there. Like, why are you still going after these people? They quit. They don't.
I think the people that was still on her side, or some, not all, because there's some that's just diehard teacups regardless.
Yeah.
But I think some of them that was kind of on the fence was just like, God, Monica, you done made it worse. Then
you keep going.
So she probably lost some more supporters tonight. Because
she said she's putting up a video tomorrow. She back to work tomorrow. She should have just went back to work.
You should have just went. You should have just
go back. Doing your thing. Because your fans are there.
Because Bishop did his thing, so she felt some kind of way. So she called little Pastor Tanya Bailey. They came up with their story of how they was going to flip it.
They didn't flip it. Bishop got that check, and that's probably the smartest thing Bishop could have did. Like, what? Him not saying anything, everybody else is benefiting from it.
Might as well. He got a nice check because, like you said, he had a lot of followers on there.
When he said 3,500, I was like, everybody want to hear this. And when I was watching, it wasn't even when it was live. I was watching,
Oh yeah, I wasn't live either. Yeah. Oh man. At the end, she was talking about, all these death threats and stuff that she's getting. I mean, regardless, it ain't never that serious for nobody to be getting death threats about me.
You are real bored. If you're out there making death threats towards people or making up extra pages just so you can go stalk people, I think that's weird. I can't keep up with the emails and stuff that I have like between home and work.
I sure can't do that. I sure can't do that.
I'm not making up new ones just so I can go talk smack in somebody's comments. That's the whole nother. But if those are the people that matter to you, I told you, I don't even be looking at the comments because I've been in the comment section, and you know what happened to me, which was really messed up, which killed me from going in the comments, is I went, I think it was like the Shade Room or something. And it was supposed to be about Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking in the comments and they said the Black Panther died in the Endgame. And I was like, oh, wow.
Oh man, that was cold. Why would they say
I was
that?
like, why did I do that? So I don't mess with the comments because I was like, I was here. I was trying to see the mess about Kanye and y'all spoiled it. So when I went to see the movie, I took Katie to see it and I didn't tell her.
That wasn't the end game, that was Infinity, right?
Infinity War, right, whatever. Whichever one it was. Yeah, and I was like, I was here to see what the heck they were saying about Kanye's ass. And somebody just ruined the thing
an
for me.
asshole who did that one.
So I just don't go in the comments anymore because bad things can happen. You can get information that we're not looking for. In the comments.
I think the whole time that I ever watched this is the first time I've read the comments. Yeah. But I just want to see because they targeted her deleting comments and all of that. And so I mean, hey, it was right there in front of your face. It was
happening in. I saw somebody say these comments is getting deleted faster than they could get up, and then would pop up and then be gone.
And then be gone. Wow. That was crazy. So she said basically another thing at the end while she was, defending herself and her avatar, and she'll never show her name, her face, because, people will be calling CPS on her and her kids. I was like, the same way you was calling the police on them housewives, child, if you don't.
She was calling CPS on Shannon. And she was calling CPS on T.I. Tiny, and she was calling CPS on Summer
Walker. Yeah, child. Girl.
Why would you even think that? Why would that even come up?
Because she
Who's calling CPS?
Because first of all, don't ever call CPS on nobody.
Because she's a mean YouTuber.
Like really right in your face, not you guessing. Don't call CPS on people. That is too much time and trouble work and dealing with CPS over what you think is going on. Like,
or if you just being an asshole because you don't like the neighbors.
You don't waste people's time or CPS time. CPS got 1,000.
They gotta go out there
per
and check
one
on
person.
Something.
Yeah, they ain't got time for these little
Now they got a whole case over some bullshit.
And then when one go slip through, y'all had them all in the paper talking about they messed up. Don't wait with these CPS. Don't do that.
Yeah.
That's all my social workers out there. Don't do that.
I mean, honestly, I feel like she should probably never show her face, considering the type of work she does. You out here making enemies.
Yeah. Well, they come for girl, so just like you coming for them, they coming for you. That's the name of the game. So,
well, Wendy did, but you did sit up there. Wendy tweeted something about Monica. Yeah, like karma, don't miss or something like that. But you did go into that lady. You weren't talking about her when Potomac was on. Mm-hmm. This was after it was over. You were talking about how her boob job was bad and her don't wear the blonde wig, it don't match. You're just picking this lady apart. And you can't wait to see how the husband is cheating. No, that's not part of the show.
And you got a husband, so stop. You wishing on other people, you better stop. People.
And it's almost like the same stuff that she said about people is now being said about her, but she can't handle it.
She can't handle that. What you just say? It's a tough world out here in the UT.
It's dirty. You said they're there for the mess. You in it for the mess. So it's messy.
You ain't no real G. Tasha K be out there. I hope her face out there. She talks so much stuff. Tasha K is a real G out in these streets. She ain't hiding behind no avatar.
But she don't go for people on nightly. Like Tasha has a story and then
she don't. Yeah, Tasha K is she reports the story. Yeah, it's not the same. Monica be salacious about the stuff that she do.
Over and over and over and over.
Reports the story. Now they be mad at her though. You know,
Well, I mean, she says she doesn't do clickbait, but when you put a story out that says the feds are coming for T.I.'s children.
yeah.
And then you click it like, what?
Yeah. Golly. But then she accused them of using her name for clickbait. Like, see, she's so mad. All these people use my name for clickbait.
Well, I tell you what,
Getting monetized.
we didn't use her name. We didn't use her name. We used her avatar. You know what? We about to do it again.
This was some nonsense. This was some
nonsense.
Well, that was Revenge of the Avatar. You know, I don't know, y'all.
I'll say this. I hope players don't acknowledge this no more. I hope Bishop doesn't. I hope they just leave her out here. Like, let her run with that, whatever that is she got going over there. I don't know what I expected, but I mean, I've been listening all this time, so I was about to not hear what she had to say. Right. And all she did was, you know, like I said, prove that she's exactly who I thought she was. Stop worrying about the people. They quit. They didn't like it. They didn't want to do it.
They done.
And to be honest, nobody talked about you. Well, okay, they did talk about you, but players didn't. Like,
she said she went back this time and read it, and you still came back with the same story.
So now you're mad about the videos that she made after the fact, but I saw that coming. As soon as you said what you said, she felt like she needed to defend herself. She's a lawyer. They argue. That's what they do. You brought up money, all the stuff that you had an issue with, you brought all that stuff up. You said it that very next morning and said, she said she was going to work. This isn't the agreement that we initially said was going to happen, but, you know, best wishes or what have you. But we didn't know none of that. We didn't know any of that. You brought that up. You brought up the agreement, the Friday thing, you know, and let's don't act like, first of all, she's saying, why didn't she say something then? When you quit your job, you don't be like, I'm quitting because this is some bullshit. Y'all, you know, y'all don't know what you're doing and I'm about to get the hell out of here. That's not how you quit. You usually try not to burn a bridge and you try to figure out the nicest way.
not going up the door. But I will say, when I quit this last one, I don't quit. I don't really quit no jobs. But this last one, I didn't say nothing going out the door. But they send you this questionnaire, exit packet.
Yeah.
Baby, I let it go on that one. But it's too late. What can you do? I'm gone. I'll let you know everything y'all did wrong.
My last job was not about to send me any exit package.
I told HR, I said, hurry up and send me, when you sending me my packet so I can tell y'all about yourself.
I did the job prior to that. I mean, that's a corporate thing. When you quit a corporate job, they send you an exit package. What I'm saying is when you quit the job, she keeps saying, why didn't she tell me? That's not really what you do. You generally
no, you don't do that.
I need to let's just figure out a nice way to say, I'm leaving, you know, because at this point, you've already decided you're going. That's what she did. You came on the next day and had, like you said, none of them were surprised. So you discussed it with the panel. I can't remember that day. I don't remember Bishop saying nothing then either, now that I think about it.
He already knew. They already said
He didn't say nothing about her mental health or none of that.
Nope.
So, you know, listen, she started this fire. You can't start a fire and then be like, oh shit, they're the reason why my house is burning down.
That's what she said. She said, she particularly said, Ples is the reason why she's getting these death threats and all of that. Stop it. Then you put out, but she's a attorney in Louisiana for a housing corporation. Like you was trying to put it out there like as if she wasn't no defense attorney or nothing like that. So as if it's to diminish what she do. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, she could have at any point being a defense attorney. People switch it up all the time. There's people that just do taxes or just do entertainment. Like
Please explain on the thing that she started off going that route, and then she was seeing a lot of her people going through the system and how a lot of them was getting railroad. So she
doesn't sound like an easy job. Yeah.
So she switched it up. So it's not like she couldn't went that route, but I mean, just the fact, like I said, it's little stuff that she say and do to try to, like I said, diminish her as a person.
I don't even know why you would bring that up. Like she's trying so hard. You're trying so hard to defend everything that was said about you. At the end of the day, nobody cares about that.
And then they talked about, oh boy, brought up Bishop, and you know, if you supposed to be the bishop, and I ain't heard nothing about you praying, and you just did. Okay, all right, well, cool. I don't really disagree, because I was saying, like, is he a bishop? Like he was saying a lot of stuff, but Tanya, you didn't went and got Pastor Tanya Griffin. Like that ain't a good look for you either, honey.
The pastor that was sleeping with the other pastor and taking screenshots. Wasn't she the one in the hotel taking pictures when you know he got a wife, a relationship, or whatever that is that he had going on over there?
Yeah. Ain't a good look for you either. Stop. And you said you trying to go to school to be a lawyer. One thing I do know, and I'm not saying that players is like this or whatever. I don't know who all players is friends with, but I'm sure that's one of them worlds that you don't really want to make enemies in. Are you trying to step into a career path that she's in, but you want her dogging her out for what she do?
I think players wants nothing to do with it. Nothing.
No, it ain't got to be players. I'm saying it's another one. It's always about who you know.
Oh, like what's the name? Phaedra. Like, I don't believe for a minute. I feel like this is some old stuff, but when Phaedra and Candy fell out, all of a sudden Candy's permits and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying that got nothing to do with players. Players got friends. I'm just saying you don't want to make enemies of some of these, and that's the industry you trying to step into. Dummy, don't let Monica mess you up.
You talking about who? The doctor?
That Tanya Griffin.
What is she the doctor of? How do we get the doctor title?
I don't know I don't know, probably in religion, probably.
Ministry?
Yeah. I don't know.
She's a minister doctor?
I don't know, because she was just on there talking about she going to school to be a lawyer too. So I don't know. Maybe it's a doctor in education. I don't know. What I do know of her is Jamal coming? That's what I do know.
I will say this, and this is a lesson for players and Bishop and Schoolboy and anybody else. Doing business with somebody that you can't know who they are is just not smart. It's just not smart. Mm-hmm. Going into a situation without some type of understanding, especially as far as money is concerned, is not. Look at what happened with Joe Budden and them, and they had, I guarantee they all had their contracts in order, but the disagreement still blew up. Joe did that, blew it up on, mm-hmm. on the internet. It didn't have to go that way. And stop arguing with people online that you work with. I don't understand. If it's an issue, click that off button and then go talk about it somewhere. Why are you doing it, in front of all these people who you don't know or who are dying to get down in the comment section
baby,
and see it pop off?
Do better.
For me, there was no all about the tea before Potomac happened. That's where I got in, and
What's Potomac?
That's when I got in with all about the tea. husband was after. I was there for that too, but I'm just saying,
Okay.
I didn't know about All About the Tea. I heard of it, but I didn't ever go,
And
to
then I
that.
heard about it through, I think it was through you.
Probably me, because I over COVID, I started getting into YouTube. That wasn't even something that I used to even besides Funky Dineva, that's not even something that I was even,
Yeah, no.
doing.
No, I was listening to comedians and stuff and podcasts, the Breakfast Club and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I wasn't on YouTube. Like you said, besides Funky Dineva and occasionally Tasha K.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I guess there's a lesson to learn. The lesson is, for sure know what you're getting into before you get on anything long term. I don't know what they signed up for. Signing up to be there every day sounds like a lot to me. I haven't
that
heard
sounds like a whole lot. I can't even be at work every day.
I was going to say, the job that you getting paid to go to sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
Then her saying, I gave them notice like 2 to 3 hours before. That's not organization though.
And they said that didn't happen either.
That's not organization.
But I feel like if you have a panel,
if you have a panel of 4 people, y'all should have one day out the week where you discuss, this is the plan for the week. Let me know something, because they do all have real jobs. It just sounds like a recipe for chaos if nobody does. If you send me a text on a Saturday at 3:00 in the afternoon, chances are I won't even see it until 7:00 that night.
Right. Well, we know that's not true, because that whole April Watts situation, they always on there like, who gonna be on there tonight? Who it is? They had not a clue. So you did not.
She did that on purpose. She did that on purpose.
Yeah. So.
Because that's one of those things where I don't want to be attached to this. You making decisions that I don't necessarily want to be involved in myself with. But like I said, they all have a lesson to learn. Don't be in business with an avatar. At least on the other side, when we're no longer live, can we have a meeting where I know who you are? That's crazy.
Right.
She said, Princess said she showed her arm, and so is it Plez's fault, or is it Princess is so debonair? Are they the reasons why the panel imploded?
She said Plez. She said it started with Plez. But then she said Princess was trying to find out who she was.
She also said Princess
she said she was
told her
kick.
something.
Yeah.
Princess told her something about Schoolboy that made her not want to have Schoolboy on the panel. So again, you're listening to somebody tell you something that you were ready to act on it. And then what?
And then we saw that
about Schoolboy's personal issue. And then you take the same person and try to manipulate them.
It's sad. It's sad.
Schoolboy then ran away from the whole internet.
And
she was the one I feel like had the most potential, even though players, Paige grew very fast. She's young and, she's entertaining, and she's the one that had the most potential, because I feel like players, her platform is only going to appeal to a certain, group of people, a more mature one. Schoolboy has that thing that's, like I said, young and fresh, and she's funny, and now it's squashed over some nonsense. Hopefully she won't too. Hopefully she'll take a minute and, realize that it ain't that serious. It doesn't have to be the end of the world, and, get back on doing her thing.
We'll see. We shall see.
Well, one thing we do know, in the beginning, God created Earth, and Monica created
everybody else.
Everything else.
So every night they need to be getting on their knees, thanking that girl for creating them. And that's what you got out the whole thing.
She's a creator. She's
Yeah.
the all be everything.
Hmm.
Oh.
Okay. So
Well,
it's,
I'm done with it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm done with Monica
it's
and all
late.
them. This is,
We've been up.
there's nobody
since-
left. Marcella can do a live if she wants to.
She slipped one in on Marcella. She get her every blue moon. She slipped one in tonight. She said somebody said Marcella. Marcella said that. I didn't say that. I don't have no control over Marcella. I was like, boy, she throw you under the bus in a minute.
She said she was a drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, that's her brand. If players come with the lipstick, Marcella come with the Henny.
Yep. She told Marcella, she said, Marcella, you need to come out with some was it some Hennessy glasses or some kind of
Black glasses. I don't know. She always saying something slick that's, in that voice is trying to be nice.
Well,
I'm
Marcella
done with
would
it.
do
All
it,
about
please.
the team. I'm done with the avatar. I don't care who she is. I don't care what she look like. What I do know is that she's messy, and for any of them wanting to go to work with her and do business with her, well,
Yeah, they
she put it out there.
because they ain't
Can't
learned.
be surprised. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So whatever happened to the new panelists, like y'all know, y'all already see what's going on. So,
but they're about the mess though.
Oh.
They're ready for the mess. Because
Yeah.
Wally came in there, firing on people who didn't even know he was coming.
dirty, nasty, dirty. That was some nasty.
Okay, well, yeah, that made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, that was horrible. All right, y'all, it's late. I'm tired.
Man,
I done had enough with this all about the tea. We going back.
done.
Let's
go back to-
our shows. We want
Let's go back to
we wanna go
why
back.
we came here in the first place.
You right.
Why we decided to do this.
Yeah. So y'all go ahead. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, leave us a comment. Let's talk. But let's not talk.
Let's shoot the shit.
more.
Let's shoot the shit.
Let's just shoot the shit.
Yeah. Not about this though.
Not that one. Let's not talk about that one. Let's talk about something else.
All right, y'all.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.